Hey everybody and happy Halloween, and we're going to go straight into makeup because this is going to take a while. We need our hard-working makeup to last as long as possible, so we're going to prime our face using the ordinary primer, and you want to make sure that you look dead, so I'm going to use a matte foundation which is from Makeup Forever. I want a flawless canvas, so I'm going to hide all my imperfections including one of my brows, and I'm going to blend that out using a fluffy brush. If your foundation that you're using has a luminous finish, just use a little bit of powder and you should be good to go. Taking your white makeup, in this case I'm using LA Girl's white foundation, or you can use any Halloween white makeup, and I'm going to start sketching out my Phantom's mask. And setting that with a translucent powder. As some of you guys may know, I work at MAC Cosmetics, and the theme for today at work was that we all need to look like comic characters. And so I decided Phantom, but to do it in a comic style. And so all the shadows I'm creating with a gel eyeliner. A black Halloween face makeup would be much easier to work with, but I didn't have one, so I just had to opt with whatever I had. And this one is a great one. This one is by Sigma. It dries down really quickly, and it did last all day at work, so I really recommend this eyeliner. It's my favorite. And to just have that natural grading effect, I'm going to put some black eyeshadow on top of it to create a hazy, smoky transition. If you're doing a makeup something like this, I highly recommend that you do your research beforehand and have a reference to look at. And if you ever mess up, no worries, just take some of your white makeup that you're using and just clean it up using a flat brush. On my non-matte side, I wanted to look a little bit more glamorous since I am going to work in a cosmetic counter. And so I'm going to start by filling in my brows. I'm using my Anastasia's Brow Wiz. And once you have filled in your eyebrows to your desire, I'm going to start sketching out my cartoon eyebrows, or Instagram brows. And you guys know exactly what I mean. Savage. Remember guys, when you're doing this makeup, you want to imagine as if you're drawing yourself on a piece of paper. So you need to draw in your brows in a pretty harsh line. For eyeshadow wise, I'm not going to go too crazy with it because I do want my attention to be more on the mask than this side. So first I'm going to take a cool tone brown eyeshadow. I'm going to put that all over my crease and creating a cat eye. And I'm just taking gradually darker colors to darken up the outer corner and also the inner corner. And the key to flawless eye makeup is that you keep blending and blending. I do want a little bit of color instead of making everything white and black, so I'm going to put a little bit of fun pop of color of purple into my lids. And I was just taking a pencil brush, just a smaller brush, just so I am more precise where I'm putting my application. And I'm taking a little bit of black eyeshadow and just keep darkening the outer corner and also the inner corner. I'm just going to take whatever's left on my brush and kind of run that all over my lower lash line to smoke it out. And of course, we can't forget the inner corner highlight because it just brings so much life to the eye makeup. Since I have a monolid, I'm going to physically draw on a fake crease and also a wing liner to give that more comic effect. And we're going to take a little break from the eyes and go back to the face. I'm going to start drawing in all my shadows using the same gel eyeliner and also a very sharp, pointy, angled brush. It's going to help so much more. I think these cartoon contour lines were my favorite because it just made my face look more structured and look more masculine. So I just wish I had these contour lines forever, to be honest. The key to these is that when you're doing a contour, even it's a line or it's a shadow, you want to look straight into the mirror and you just really look at where you need shadows to make your face more dimensional. That I just mentioned, this is my favorite MAC brush. This is the 137. It's so fluffy. I'm just going to take this brush to contour my cheeks. And you can go ahead and be as sloppy as you can because we're going to start baking right after this. Taking any translucent powder and a little fluffy brush, I'm going to start carving out my cheeks. And while that's baking, I'm going to start adding more lines to my face. And since I love my cut cheekbones, I'm going to start drawing in my contour lines on this side as well. I just love Halloween, guys. I wish there was one day of Halloween every month. I'm going to start sketching out my outline on my face, and this is going to give that really comic effect. And make sure, guys, you want to create dimension into these lines, so don't make it one straight line because that's not going to give that realistic effect. You want to make them thinner and thicker in some places to give more dimension. Since the dress code for MAC Cosmetics is to wear all black, it's perfect. I'm just going to wear a black shirt on top. And now that I have my top on, I know where my skin's going to be exposed, so I'm going to start adding my lines on my throat. I'm gonna also add these two thick lines down my side of my neck, just so when someone sees me from the front, it looks like I have two lines down my neck and it looks more comic. For lips, to give that real comic effect, I'm gonna make my lower lip a little bit lighter than my top lip. So I'm gonna use a new lip, which is Yash from MAC. For my top lip, I'm going to use a liquid lipstick from Ofra called Dubai, and it has the gray undertones. It's perfect for the top lip for that little shadow effect that comics have. And for the finishing touches, don't forget to add these lines on your lips to give that comic effect, of course. And before you leave the house, just don't forget to put some translucent powder over the lines just so it doesn't smudge all over.